Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hello and welcome to another SSET video. Today we are doing a reading lesson for our 1C Monday, Wednesday, Friday class starting at 4 p.m. This is the room they are in, RT403. The book we are doing is The Paper Bag Princess, and you will need your reading workbook. So once you have all those, then you can get started on this video. So we are doing workbook pages 14 and 15. So workbook pages 14 and 15. All right, so let's get started. Let's read from page 15 in the book, which is this picture here. The book does not have any page numbers. So if you find this picture, then we are going to read from here until the end of the book. All right, so let's get started. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? Why, yes, said the dragon. And he jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, 'Fantastic, do it again.'" Next page. So the dragon jumped up and flew around the world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon." The dragon was so tired he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes. Your hair is all tangled, and you are wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty, and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum. They didn't get married after all." All right, so let's do our reading workbook. Now we are doing from page 14. So open your book to page 14. We are going to do some vocabulary as well after this video lesson, so stay with us. All right, let's do the first question. Number 1, what did Elizabeth ask the dragon next? So what did Elizabeth ask the dragon next? Have a look on your book here. First line. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds?" So the question is, what did Elizabeth ask the dragon next? Number 1, Elizabeth asked the dragon if he could fly around the world in 10 seconds. So we're doing page 14 to 15. The question was, what did Elizabeth ask the dragon next? Elizabeth asked the dragon if he could fly around the world in 10 seconds. Question number 2. What was the dragon's answer and what did he do? What was the dragon's answer? Have a look again on your book. Have a look here. What was the dragon's answer? "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. So the question was, what was the dragon's answer? The dragon answered, "Why, yes." The dragon answered, "Why, yes." Why, yes. And there are two parts to this question. So what did the dragon answer and what did he do? The dragon jumped up and flew all the way around the world in 10 seconds. So the dragon flew around the world in 10 seconds. The dragon answered, why, yes. The dragon flew around the world in 10 seconds. All right, question number 3. The question is, when the dragon got back, how did he feel? So when he got back, after he flew around the world, how did he feel? Have a look, same page. The answer is there. How did he feel? He was very tired when he got back. He was very tired. He was very tired when he got back. He was very tired when he got back. So the question was, how did the dragon feel when he got back after he flew around the world? The answer is, he was very tired when he got back. He was very tired. All right, make sure you write these answers down because I'm going to erase 1 and 2. All right, question number 4. Question number 4 is, what did Elizabeth say to him? What did she say? She said, fantastic, do it again. So Elizabeth said, fantastic. Fantastic. Do it again. Fantastic. Do it again. All right, exclamation mark here. Don't forget, you have to use these when you talk about, when you include talking. So this is Elizabeth talking, so make sure you write those. So the question again was number 4. What did Elizabeth say to him? Elizabeth said, fantastic, do it again. All right, question number 5. What did the dragon do? Now this one has 2 questions. What did the dragon do? I might just move this around. There we go. So what did the dragon do? And why do you think it was 20 seconds this time? So what did the dragon do? So we have to turn the page. So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. So what did the dragon do? The dragon flew around the world in 20 seconds. He flew around the world in 20 seconds. He flew around the world in 20 seconds. Now, question 5 has 2 questions. So this is the first part, and the second part is, why do you think it was 20 seconds this time? Now, remember the first time he flew around the world in 10 seconds. Then, Elizabeth said, do it again. So the dragon flew around the world again, but this time it took him 20 seconds. So why did it take him longer the second time? Why did it take him 20 seconds the second time? What's the answer? Because the second time he was tired. Okay. The second time he was tired. Because he flew all around the world the first time, very, very quickly in 10 seconds. The second time he did it again, all the way around the world, but this time it was 20 seconds. So the second time he was a little bit tired. All right, let's do question number 6. The question is, how did the dragon feel when he got back? What did he do? Have a look on this page. This is the answer. How did the dragon feel when he got back? When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. So how did he feel when he got back? When he got back, he fell asleep. When he got back, he fell asleep. There you go. When he got back, he fell asleep. All right, make sure you have these answers, 4, 5. I'm going to erase 4 and 5. Let's do question number 7. What did Elizabeth do to see if the dragon would wake up? What did she do to see if the dragon would wake up? All right, let's have a read. Next page, have a look at this page. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon." All right, so the question number 7 was, what did Elizabeth do to see if the dragon would wake up? So, Elizabeth put her head in the dragon's ear and shouted. Elizabeth put her head in the dragon's ear and shouted. Oh, sorry. There we go. All right, last question, question number 8. How did the dragon answer? How did he respond? How did he answer? Have a look, the last sentence on this line, on this page. The dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. So, how did the dragon answer? How did he respond? The dragon was so tired, he didn't answer. He didn't answer because he was asleep. So how did the dragon respond, or how did the dragon answer? The dragon was so tired, he didn't answer. He didn't even respond to Elizabeth. Okay, make sure you have the answers for 7 and 8 because I'm going to erase them, and we will move on to page 15. If you haven't written the answers, make sure you just pause the video and then you can keep playing when you're ready to go. All right, so we've done page 14. Let's do page 15 in the book. Now, page 15. Have a look at page 15 in your book. We have to complete the 3 boxes here. One is for Elizabeth, one is for Ronald, and the bottom one is for the dragon. We have to write some information about the 3 characters that we know from reading the book. So what do you know about the characters from reading the book? All right, let's do Elizabeth first. This one is Ronald. This one is Dragon. All right, so what do we know about Elizabeth? Do you remember at the start of the book, there was some information about Elizabeth? Do you remember? Have a look, go back and read the book. We can read it together. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. So what do we know about Elizabeth? Who was she? What was she? She was a princess. She was a princess. She was a princess. What kind of clothes did she wear? Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. So she lived in a castle, had expensive clothes, Remember, this is one of our words from Vocab, expensive. You need a lot of money to buy this, to buy the clothes. They're expensive. You need a lot of money to buy these clothes. Now, remember when we read the book, what kind of a character was Elizabeth? When the dragon smashed her castle, did she just run away and cry and hide? No, what did she do? She chased the dragon. So she was, what kind of a person? She was very brave. She was very brave. So she was a very brave and very smart girl. She was very brave and very smart. All right, so Elizabeth, she was a princess. She lived in a castle. She had expensive clothes. And she was very brave and very smart. All right, Ronald. What about Ronald? Elizabeth was a princess. Ronald was a prince. He was a prince. He was a prince. What else about Ronald? Have a look at the picture. What about Ronald? What can you see? What did he like? What did he like? What's he holding? He's holding a tennis racket. So what sport did he like? He liked tennis. Liked tennis. He liked tennis. Now, when we read the book, did Ronald try and beat the dragon like Elizabeth did? Did he try and outsmart? That means did he try and be smarter than the dragon? He didn't really. So was he brave? He wasn't really brave. So he wasn't brave. And he wasn't smart. He wasn't brave or he wasn't smart. Elizabeth, she was very brave. She was very smart. Now, last one, the dragon. The dragon. Now, what kind of things do we know about the dragon? All right, he was very fierce. What was fierce? Fierce was in our vocab, which means very angry, very fierce, full of fire. Oh, fire, that's fiery. Fierce. He was a very fierce dragon. The angriest or the scariest. So he was a very angry dragon. So, angry dragon. He was a very angry dragon. At the beginning of the book, what did he do to Elizabeth's castle? Have a read. This page here. What did he do? Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Ronald. So he liked to smash things, didn't he? He liked to have a look at the picture there. He smashed Elizabeth's castle. So he liked to smash things. He liked to smash things. When we kept reading the book, we found out more things about the dragon. What did he like to eat? Well, he ate a whole castle, didn't he? He ate a whole castle. He said, I would love to eat a princess, but he had already eaten a whole castle today. So he didn't eat the princess straight away. She knocked on the door again, but again he said, I have already eaten a whole castle. I don't want to eat a princess today. Look at his fiery breath. Wow. Look at his fiery breath. So what did he have? He had fiery breath that could burn 100 forests or 50 forests. So he had a fiery breath. And then Elizabeth said to him, Dragon, can you fly around the world in 10 seconds? And he did. He flew around the world in 10 seconds. When he came back, Elizabeth said, do it again. So what did the dragon do? He did. He flew off and went around the world again. Why did she do that? She was trying to make the dragon tired so she could save Ronald. So she was very smart that she did that. Even with his fiery breath, Elizabeth made the dragon use all his fire, so he had no fire left in his breath, so he couldn't hurt Elizabeth or Ronald. So Elizabeth was very smart. What about the dragon? Was he smart? He wasn't very smart, was he? He's a little bit like Ronald. He wasn't smart. When Elizabeth told him to fly around the world, he did. He did it really, really quickly. So he got tired. Elizabeth said, do it again. So the dragon flew around the world again and he got even more tired. So he wasn't very smart. So wasn't smart. He wasn't very smart. All right, just quickly, let's go over that again. Now this is on page 15 of your text, remember? We have to write the things that we know about the characters. Elizabeth, she was a princess. She lived in a castle. She had expensive clothes. She was very brave and she was very smart. What about Ronald? Ronald is a prince. He liked to play tennis, but he wasn't brave and he wasn't very smart. Dragon. Dragon, he was a very angry dragon, very fierce dragon. He liked to smash things. What did he smash? He smashed Elizabeth's castle and carried off Ronald. He had fiery breath, but he wasn't very smart. All right, so that is page 14 and 15 in your workbook. All right, now we have to have a look at some vocabulary here. So let's go back. Have a look on page 4 of your book, page 4. This is the vocab. Let's have a look. We are going to do the last page of the vocab, last page. Let's do from the one we should be up to is, let's just do from the top again. I think we've already done that, but we'll just quickly refresh and then we'll do the bottom bits here. All right, so what is the world? The world is the earth where we live. It's all the people, it's the round planet that we live on. This is called Earth. You should know that one. The world is called Earth. The second one, again. It means one more time. So do something one more time. Do it again. Do it one more time. All right, next one. The next word is lay down. Lay down. It is to stretch your body out flat, like you're laying on a bed or on a sofa. So to lay down. Number 17 also is straight to. Straight to. Going somewhere without stopping. So after you finish school, mom says or dad says you have to go straight to home. Straight home. So you have to go from school, you go straight to home. That means you cannot stop anywhere between school and home. You have to go straight from school, go home. Do not stop. So straight to. Page 19. Whisper, or past tense, whispered. It is speaking very quietly. So to whisper is to speak very quietly. Okay, that is called whispering. Next one, even. It's used to be more clear about something you have just said. So for example, have a look, page number 19. Have a look in your book on page 19. I know that pages don't have numbers, but this one is page 19, this picture. So look for this picture. Down the bottom, it says, the dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. He didn't even move. So what was the meaning? It's used to be more clear about something you have just said. So let's take even out. The dragon was so tired, he didn't move. The dragon was so tired, he didn't move. Now, if we put even back into the sentence, here, the dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. So it makes it more clear about what he did, what the dragon did. In this case, what he didn't do, he didn't move. So he didn't even move. All right, let's have a look. 21 on page 21 of your book, vocab here. 21 is right over. So to step over something without caring. So this is my legs. Someone is here. So to step over. So you go over the person without even caring. So you don't care about the person. You just step over them. So to step right over, right over. The next word is ash or ashes. So that is what is left after a fire has burnt out. You have all these black, small, yucky, dirty pieces. That's called ash, ash. Tangled, page 21. Next one, tangled. Tangled is when something is all in knots. It could be a piece of string. It could be your hair. It could be a cord from your computer. It's all tangled. Maybe your headphones, they always get tangled when you put them in your pocket. So tangled. Now, who had tangled hair in the book? Who had tangled hair? If you have a look at Elizabeth at the start, look at her. Her hair is beautiful. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Beautiful. But after the dragon smashed her castle, what happened to her hair? It was all tangled and dirty and messy. So that is tangled. 23, the last two words, 23. Neat. Neat means to be good or to be clean. So your bedroom at home, is your bedroom clean or is it messy? If your bedroom is clean and tidy, then it is neat. Your bedroom is neat. But if your bedroom is messy and dirty and you have all your clothes on the floor and books and toys, then it is untidy. The opposite, untidy. So, last word, a bum. A bum. In the book, who was a bum? Who was a bum? Right at the end of the book, when Elizabeth saved Ronald, the last sentence in the story says, the second last sentence. Ronald, said Elizabeth, your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. Neat, very good. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum. You are a bum. So this is a good for nothing or a loser, a person, so a bum. If someone calls you a bum, that means you're good for nothing. So Elizabeth said to Ronald, Ronald, you are a bum. So she didn't like him. She didn't like him. All right, that's all we have time for today. So today, just to tell you again, was for our 1C 4 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. We are doing 1C reading, Paper Bag Princess. Today we did pages 14 and 15 in the book. So I hope you're watching, and if you are, please stay safe at home. And hopefully we will see you again soon. Okay, bye.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET English Town.